Hi, I'm Teresa Pritchett with Soft Landing Solutions for Seniors. Today we're going to talk about decluttering. Normally I talk about the joy of downsizing, and that is a huge topic for a short presentation. So this week I thought I'd break it down into just decluttering. The next presentation will be about how to get really started with your downsizing, and then following up after that, what to do with all your things that are being left behind. So again, thank you for being here. You are all muted right now. So again, use the chat bar. We are being recorded and we'll get started. Thank you so much. I'm going to share my screen. Okay, hopefully you guys can all see my screen, and it says Intro to Downsizing Decluttering. Peabody, you're the only one I can see your face. So can you wave at me if you can see the screen? Thank you. So today we're going to talk about, how to get started with decluttering. And let's just take a step back. Everybody's here today, one, either because they're interested in the topic, two, you wanted to know what a webinar Zoom meeting looks like, or three, you may work in a community and I may be speaking at your community soon. So wherever you are at the spectrum, I hope that you get something out of this. It'll be fun for me. So whether you're in dire need of decluttering or not, I do know we all have a lot of stuff. We all accumulate. It's a normal and natural process for us to accumulate things. And we will continue to accumulate things. We don't get rid of things. We keep them. So my goal is to share ideas with you today about what the barriers are to getting rid of things, why people don't do it, besides, we just want to hang on to things, and then tips and tools of the trade of why, how to do it. So a little bit about us. We are A+ accredited by the National Association of Senior Move Managers. For those of you who don't know, we do have an association of senior move managers. And we are accredited. We're also certified senior move managers as well. So why do people need to declutter, now as opposed to in the past? So in the past, a lot of families continued to live together. You may have 2 or 3 or sometimes 4 generations in one house. So that might need it someday is a real issue for a lot of people. And so that's why you may have use for things. But now we're usually single family households where you may just accumulate and accumulate and accumulate and never get rid of things. And so it's, you don't have anybody get rid of it too, or you just don't even know where to start. So today we're going to get ready to start. Okay, don't answer this question if your garage looks like this, but clearly this is an unorganized garage. And it's got all kinds of things in here. It may even look like that door in the back is a door, but it's just a door that's being stored. So when we talk about decluttering, we talk about going from something like that to something like this. And it looks completely different. And some of you may be going, no, I can't possibly do that. My garage would never look like that. But it can. With some good tools and tips, you can get started and you can have help. We're professionals at decluttering, getting your house ready for sale. If you've talked to a realtor about selling your house, maybe you're doing it now, or maybe you're waiting because of everything that's going on right now, then they may have given you a list of things to do to get your house ready. And we can help with that. We help declutter, and once the stager has come, then we can do that list that they give you. I need to admit some people, hold on. Thanks for joining us. We have started, but thanks for joining us. There's a chat bar at the bottom of the screen if you move your cursor down, where you can put some notes in there or ask questions for later. So thanks for joining. Hi, Millie, I can see you. We were just talking about that this is what a good garage that's organized looks like, which is not what most of our garages look like. So I'm going to move on. So why now? You know, besides that we're in the middle of a pandemic and we all get to stay at home and we have time to do some really good spring cleaning. So why is it always a good idea to declutter whatever room that you're working in? It's actually really good because in our brains, we think about stuff all the time, things that we don't even know that we're thinking about. So if the more stuff you have, the more clutter you have in your home, the more clutter you have in your brain. And so to get rid of those things that you don't need, don't love, don't want, actually gets clutter out of your brain as well, and you don't have to think about it anymore. So that's one of the reasons. Also, it can cut down on the dust in your home, or if you are cleaning your home yourself, you know that if you have a lot of clutter, then you may have to, sorry, I'm letting more people in. You may have to clean more with little things that are in your home that you have to do. But even if you're not getting ready to move, even if you're not thinking about moving right now, you can start now to declutter. So I need a plan. A lot of people say, you know, if I only had a plan, I could get started. Well, okay, what better day than today to start a plan? Again, it's a beautiful spring day here in Oregon. So get your pen and paper, and I'm going to show you some tools, and we're going to get started. And first, by being here today, you are starting a plan. So here are some reasons why people keep things. I'm not, you know, family heirloom. Oh, I can't possibly get rid of that because it's a family heirloom. And my great Uncle Joe gave that to me. So think about, do you love it? You know, do you want it? We've worked with so many clients who have a family heirloom, and sometimes they really do love it, but most of the time they don't. And so we give you permission to get rid of it anyway, especially if you don't love it. Try to find a family member that you can give it to, and see if they can take it for you, or we can look for other places to help you donate it. So gifts, a lot of people get gifts and they think that they have to hold on to it. But I can say I've never been into someone's house when they go, oh, where is that scarf I gave you 2 Christmases ago and I've never seen you wear it? You know, people just don't do that. So again, you have permission to get rid of things in many different manners that are gifts from someone else. We hear it a lot, especially from the clients that we work with. I might need it someday. I mean, we've all said that. I might need it someday. I need to hang on to that. Well, then you have to weigh what is the cost of needing it someday versus having it stored in your home today. You know, do you know where it is? What is the purpose of it? Would you ever actually use it again? Maybe technology has replaced that might need it someday. And then I paid a lot of money for it. You know, you really sometimes hate to let things go that you paid a lot of money for it. So we try to change your thinking about, well, you also paid a lot of money. I was going to say cruise, but don't go on a cruise right now. But a car that you used for 10 or 15 years, and you got the use out of it. Even though you paid a lot of money for it, you wouldn't expect to get the same amount of money for it today. So Ohio, as some of you may know what this means, because we have talked about this before, but Ohio is not the state, plus I'm from Alabama, roll tide. It's ready for this, only handle it once. So when you start your decluttering, this is your first tip. Only handle it once, okay? So if you can make a decision about what you're touching right now to only handle it once, great. And some things that can help with that, if you can't can y'all see my face? Mike Peabody, can you see my face? Okay, so these are dots that you can get at Fred Meyer or Target or Walgreens. They still sell these. As far as I know, there is not a run on dots at the store, so you can get these. So the only handle it once, get whatever colors you want, and then assign a color to, you want to donate it, or it's going to a family member. You can use different colors for family members, or you want to try to sell it. Whatever it is, if you put a dot on it, it means that you have made a decision about it and you don't have to think about it again. So now you have two tools, only handle it once and dots, okay? Now, there are things to do to get started, but we're going to talk about a few other things too. When I was talking about clutter, here's a really good example. This is a tote bag. It's a canvas tote bag. So this canvas tote bag, I bet everybody on this call has at least 10, possibly at least 20. We don't need that many tote bags. So you can use these tote bags to help get rid of things that you no longer want to have. So that's one of our tools. Another tool we have is a big black garbage bag. We prefer big black garbage bags for donation. Donation is great for, getting rid of things. Right now, I will have to caveat that with most donation centers are closed. We are not able to donate very many things right now. Goodwill is closed, Habitat for Humanity is closed, Community Warehouse is closed. So these things may need to stay in a certain room in your house until you get started. So here's another tip. This is a white garbage bag. This is really for garbage. So we try to make our garbage footprint as small as we possibly can. And so the big black ones, donate or put in a box. You're going to have to push it against walls right now, or somewhere else until you can get it to donate, or they come and pick it up for you. So you have some dots, only handle it once. You have your black bag, your white bag, and you know that you can use those tote bags that you've been storing to get rid of things. Now, room by room, little tip, what room, you can put it in the chat bar, I can see it in a minute. What room do you think you should start in first in your home? Everybody think about that for a minute. I'm going to tell you to start in the garage. Start in your garage, and it is a beautiful day to start in your garage. So room by room means if you start in your garage and just take a corner. Personally, I go clockwise. You can go counterclockwise, whatever works for you. Room by room, you can get started. So go in your garage, take all your tools, get some boxes maybe as well. Start in one corner. Really think about what's in your garage and why it's there. Why are you hanging on to it? Do you need to hang on to it? Is it a need or a want? Does it bring you joy? Think about that. And only do that room. Don't jump around. Don't go to your attic, if that's where you're starting. Don't go to your attic. Go, oh, well, this matches this in this other room, and I need to put them together. Finish that room before you get started. And corner to corner is actually the best way to do that. So room by room, corner to corner. If you're only doing closets, then I saw somebody doing that. Start in a closet and methodically go top to bottom. Pull it all out. If you can't see, get a ladder. I'm short and 5'3". Get a ladder, pull it out. If it's all messed up and just pushed in there like most closets are, pull it out and see what's in there. And then pat yourself on the back. I think that's where a lot of people get stuck. They either don't have a plan of attack or tools ready when they're ready to start, and of course make excuses. But if you really methodically go room by room or closet by closet, or start in the back of your house and move forward. The reason why I tell people to start in the garage first is because that's where things are going to go as you pull them out of your house. That makes space to get rid of other things and celebrate. People don't give themselves enough credit. If you finish a closet, or you finish a room, or you finish your attic, you should celebrate. That was hard work. You made some decisions, you did some physical work, so yay you, and keep going the next day. Hopefully there is light at the end of the tunnel with decluttering it, and you can decide when that ends. I'm just going to briefly touch on hoarding. This is not clutter. this is hoarding. That's not what we're talking about today. I do have a webinar just on hoarding. So if you're interested in that, please email me and contact me and let me know. So this is our team. A lot of people don't understand that senior move managers can also help with doing a stagers list, getting the decluttering done, getting things done now in anticipation of putting your house on the market or moving one day. And the best time, again, is to do it now while you have choices, while you can make choices. And if you need some help to do it, a senior move manager can help. So I'm going to play this quick video, and then you'll get to see me full screen again. We'll talk about questions. Can you guys hear it? You can't hear it. So I'm not going to play it because you can't hear it. Okay, I'm going to skip that. So again, I just said, if you don't plan on moving anytime soon, it's never too early to get started. Everybody can nod with me. Do it now. Get started. That's how you contact me. If you're here, you probably already know how to contact me. And so if you don't, just jot that down real quick. If you want to reach me directly, it's just Teresa with an H, T-H-E-R-E-S-A @softlandingsforseniors.com. I'm going to stop sharing my screen now. Hi again, everyone. I hope that was very fast because I did promise a few people this was going to be a very short presentation today in anticipation of doing a longer one in the future, mainly to work out some kinks and see if any of my seniors that are here have any questions about how things work, and then answer any questions at the end. Let me see. I don't think we have any. Let's see. Does anybody have any questions? Or I'll just start giving you more information. Let's see. Removing everything from the room first. I'm going to unmute, or if you could unmute yourself, Arlene. There's a bottom left corner. There's a mute button. You can unmute yourself. And so removing everything from the room first. So give me an idea of what you're talking about there. What room and what would you want to remove? Arlene? Well, if you're there, I can't hear you, but I would say, no, you don't have to remove everything in the room first. You just have to have a plan of what you're doing in the room. It would be difficult to put things back. There's a difference between decluttering and reorganizing. So decluttering is actively getting rid of things because you know you have too much stuff, which most of us have too much stuff. Reorganizing is taking what you have that you have chosen to keep because you've made a decision with your dots or something else, and you're keeping it, and you're making your room functional for a different reason. So I am going to unmute everybody right now, unless you want to mute yourself. Yes, thanks, Arlene. Declutter versus reorganize. Yeah, and we do help people reorganize as well for people who do want to stay in their home. So if you have a 2-story home and you really want to stay there and you like your neighborhood and your neighbors and you have help, then we can come in and make that floor without any stairs work a little bit better for you and your lifestyle. That was a great question. Thank you. Do we have any other questions? Okay, I'll give you a few more tips. So also when you're decluttering, think really hard about, oh, thanks, Sarah, really hard about electronics. This is another thing that we work a lot with people on. So we have people that have older electronics and they work perfectly fine for them. But they might be in need of new technology, in a nice way of putting that. So instead of, trying to make your speaker system work that you have throughout your house and it's taking up all this space and Then you've got components that you don't even use anymore. Often will come take apart a stereo system or a TV system, and there's 2 or 3 components that aren't even plugged in. You know? So we already know that they're not using those. So take a hard look at those electronics, especially electronics that you haven't used in a long time. Now, say it's a video cassette recorder, VCR, you guys remember. We all have those tapes that go in a VCR. Now, if you have a lot of tapes and you haven't converted those over to digital yet, then you might want to keep it. But if you haven't played any of those tapes in 5 to 10 or longer years, then it's time to digitize those that you want to keep and get rid of the VCR. What do you do with drawers of wires? That's what I'm talking about. Wires and wires. You can donate those. Those get donated all the time. Again, if you have no idea what that wire goes to, and you can't even begin to guess, then it's time to get rid of them. Again, donations aren't easy to do right now. We are running up against our time stamp of about 3 minutes. I restricted this to 30 minutes on purpose today. I would love any feedback from you. I know it was short, but hopefully you got a few tips and tools from it. Our next one's going to be an hour. So there'll be a lot more information, a lot of things you can take away to start working on now instead of later. And again, you can write something in the chat or you can email me. If you think we can improve it, I would love to hear that as well. So thank you, everyone. I'm going to stop recording now.